Thank you. Wonderful Monty here this morning. Oh, thank you. Listen, Sharon, thanks ever so much for coming in this morning, nice and early. And Janice, thank you for helping out. It's excellent. We're going to be back in just a few moments with Nit Nurse. Paul Clegg's going to be with us to explain exactly how this can help you and your family. 230330 is the Nit Nurse. Normally £14, but your chance to get this three-phase system for an introductory price of £12.73. So don't go far away. It all continues here in a few months.
Here's a look at what's to come on Wednesday's Lifestyle. Martin Herman introduces Herman Spielwaren Bears, a fantastic collection which is unique and full of character. This collection of bears is renowned for the quality in fabric and texture, and with a wide variety of choice, they're a must for any collection. Find out more in Lifestyle, Wednesday at 9 AM.
Good morning, welcome back, welcome back. Paul Clegg has joined me for a topic, Paul. Nice to see you again. Nice to see you for a couple of months. A topic that a lot of people find a bit, don't want to talk about it, it's a bit, you know, I don't want to admit that we've had a problem with nits in the family. In actual fact, I'm right in saying, but it's probably one of the cleanest problems you can have. Absolutely. Because these guys will not touch, you know, sort of anything but a perfectly clean family. That's right, that's right. People get the wrong impression and it leads to embarrassments and people don't want to address the issue. But they really need to, because there is an issue in the rate in which the outbreak of nits, head lice, is accelerating. And the thing about it is, and particularly because we always think of children, don't we, in schools, you get those kids mingling and playing in the playground and in close proximity to each other, and before you know it, it's through, isn't it? That's right. And you can sort of nip it in the bud with this product. And also what I like about this, because I did a bit of research and did a bit of pricing up and had looked in the chemist. You know, standing there waiting in the chemist to buy your razors and stuff. I thought, oh no. And I had a quick look at shampoos for £7, £8, £9, £10 just for a shampoo that you're not sure if you've never used it before, so you're not sure if it's going to work. This is a course, isn't it? This has been designed for the specific problem. It's a three-phase treatment, as you can see from here, and it's completely organic. It's a very natural product. And there's some interesting ingredients we have in the product itself, which are totally safe. And I say, if you're quite sensitive, you're not sure what sort of chemicals are normally in shampoos like that, because obviously they've got to do a job of killing, literally, let's be honest, and eliminating things like eggs and nits. And that's the point we're going to get to in just a second, because it's the eggs that you've got to worry about, not so much the nits as well. But they're the things that hold on and create an ongoing problem. Let's give you the details of this, because it's Nit Nurse, of course. It's 230330. 230330, the Nit Nurse. Simple as that, just ask for that, and it's £12.73. So, Paul, what I need to do is tell us about the cycle and how this affects this cycle that we have with nits. I will do. Most people, the first indication that the child has head lice is perhaps, first of all, the first indication is a letter from the school, perhaps. Or maybe the child is scratching, particularly around the back of the ear and around this area. But not in all cases, about 50% of cases. That's because the nit itself is burying its head deep into the scalp to draw out blood, because it feeds off the blood of the scalp, and it can desensitize that area. It can make it very, very irritating to the child. And if they're scratching, it could also lead to some secondary infections. Of course, so that's usually you're breaking the skin, aren't you, when you're scratching? You're damaging the skin. That's right. So the head lice themselves are not that easy to see, but with a magnifying glass and maybe some close examination, about the size of a pinhead. The problem is that there's only half a dozen at most, 6, 7, 8 adult head lice in the hair at any one time. Right. And we need to see, you talked about breaking the cycle, that's very important. I think if we can see on this particular chart, you have the two adult head lice here. What they do is they do what most insects do. They do mate. Well. Yes, do well. And they lay eggs. And they lay eggs and they're attached to the base of the hair shaft with a very strong cement-like substance called chitin. You can, in fact, see it there. And that's difficult to dislodge. You can see from the arrows it will move up and down, but it's very firmly dislodged. Right. Not only is it difficult to see these because they can be confused well, if with dandruff. Head lice is pinhead size, how big are the eggs? That's right, very, very small indeed. But they can be confused with dry scalp, with dandruff, even with drops of lacquer. Right. And it's really these, we can be fairly confident about killing off the adults, but if you don't dislodge the eggs, what's going to happen is in 8 days' time, that's the gestation period, they're going to hatch into young first nymphs, second nymphs. These are going to grow over the period of about 21 days into adults again, so the cycle continues. 2 or 3
weeks, you've got grown adults again, which can lay more eggs in that short period.
Absolutely,
they come sort of to a period where they can actually mate again in 3 weeks.
That's right, and
wow.
and the adult, the female adult, will lay about 6 eggs a night, and so in their lifetime they're going to lay over 100 eggs. So yes, we do need to get rid of the adults, but really breaking the cycle is very important. And a lot of treatments have actually address that situation, but not necessarily that situation.
That's the whole point. So how does Nit Nurse address that situation, Paul?
Well, and over the last few years, about 5 years ago, you could probably count on about 500,000 cases. Nowadays, we're talking about 3 million cases because the lice themselves have become resistant to a lot of the organophosphates that are out there. This is a particularly natural product, and it's in 3 phases. The first phase is, in fact, in the treatment itself. This is the deep knit oil, and it's a very, very good combination of sweet almond oil. There's some tea tree. A lot of the viewers will know tea tree.
Definitely.
It's very antiseptic, it's very soothing, and will certainly, if the area of the scalp's been scratched, it will help tremendously in that area. And tea tree has been known to be very effective at killing off head lice. We have an ingredient in this particular product, however, that is called neem. And neem is a natural occurring substance. It's from the neem tree, commonly found in the subcontinent of India. And it's a natural pesticide.
Right.
Back in the early 20s, there was a plague of locusts that actually swept through part of India. And a lot of the foliage was devastated, except the neem tree was left untouched.
And people standing there thinking, hang on a second.
Aha, what's happening here?
Yeah.
And a lot of research is going on, not only for treatments like this, but into other skincare areas and even into use of pesticides with crops, etc. Because people are looking for more natural alternatives.
That's one thing that always never ceases to amaze me long term, and I'm always thinking about this and thinking that whenever we've been used to treating things like this with chemicals and man has made this chemical that works, it always ends up that Mother Nature out there somewhere has a product that sorts it out for you. She has her own natural, solver, if you like. And it happens time and time again, and it just takes time for us to find those, doesn't it? And get away from these chemicals.
That's
right. And these are totally natural. Again, with the tea tree as well, something I use at home, and a lot of people here use them, because we sell tea tree here at QVC. And, you can feel so safe using it, and yet it's so powerful, isn't it?
That's right.
In what it does.
That's right.
And the same with the neem.
Yes. A lot of your Indian viewers will know neem. Yeah. I've been talking to a lot of people since I've been doing this product, and it's quickly recognised, but it's relatively unknown over in the UK.
It's amazing.
So you have a very powerful combination there, not powerful in the way of being over-strong. It's very, very good for the hair. And essentially you're going to put the oil treatment, you're going to massage the oil into the scalp and the hair, and you're going to comb it through with the knit comb, the good old-fashioned knit comb, except in this instance, the edge of that particular comb is very, very soft. It's very kind to the scalp. But it's very effective. What the oil itself is going to do, it's going to dislodge the cement chitin. Right. It's going to make the combing out a lot easier. The oil itself is, I mean, there are a lot of salon treatments and a lot of treatments in the high street that are based on hot oil treatments, etc. We know these are very good for the hair. And so the treatment itself is going to be very beneficial to the hair. The constant combing through is going to be helping us dislodge those nits.
Which is what we want to do. And then, moving on from there, obviously there is a third part, because this is a three-phase system, isn't it?
That's right.
And we've got here a conditioner.
That's right. Again, we've got a similar combination, except the main 2 ingredients are both tea tree and neem. Neem, if you think about the natural use of neem, it's as a natural pesticide, it repels insects. They don't like the neem ingredient. And so you've got a conditioner here that can be massaged into the scalp after the treatment. It's very soothing. Again, comb through. It's got very good detangling properties. So anybody with little girls out there that have got long hair, and that's a great condition to use for detangling. And it's anti-static.
Okay.
But the real properties are, in fact, on helping repel the reinfestation of the hair lice.
That's a big point. Okay, so if we've got a problem at home now, and if you're sitting at home with a problem and you're thinking, or maybe you've had a letter from the school up also, because a lot of times it puts the school sends home her letter saying, we think there's a problem here, be aware of it type of situation. Now with this, how quickly is it going to, if you've got a problem, how quickly is this going to work? Is it going to sort of sort it out straight away? Is it over a period of a few days?
No, it will sort it out straight away, providing you follow the instructions. I mean, the oil itself is going to be left on for about 2 hours. And during that time, periodically, you're going to make sure you comb through and get rid of the head lice will go, and certainly get rid of the nit. I would say a secondary treatment in about 5 or 6 days' time would be very beneficial. And I would also suggest that the whole family is considered, because the head lice themselves are going to lay no distinction between a child and a parent.
No, sure. No. Long hair, short hair, dark hair, blonde hair. I mean, they're there, aren't they? And of course, with this, the most important thing that you just say is it actually prevents it all starting again, because obviously they're going to go, oh, hang on, no, that's neem, a tea tree, we don't like that, and move on to the
That's right. That's especially with the regular use of the conditioner itself. But we're also finding that where you've got I mean, most of the activity of this is coming at school time, only because the children are close to one another. So most parents, if they will just be open and admit that it's a collective problem, it's got nothing to do with hygiene in any respect.
No.
I noticed from interest, I briefly caught a radio programme the other day that said that in the northeast, there's one particular council are threatening to sue parents that don't resolve the problem of head lice. It's of major concern.
Yeah, because it is something, I said, that can cause a lot of problems. It's uncomfortable. It's not nice to have. If you've, if of course you think to yourself, well, hang on a second, you know, so I'm clean. I'm perfectly clean. Why have I got lice? It's not that isn't the issue at all, is it? And I say, if you've got it for someone else, it can be quite annoying in a way. I mean, you think, I know exactly where I've got. If someone else hasn't approached the problem and just keep passing it around, it never gets sort of sorted out. But of course, your chance to get it sorted out with this product. Now, this sold out back in February. You were here last time, and it actually sold out.
Sold out on a couple of occasions.
If maybe you've used it and want to just top up, because it's also a great product to have in the cupboard. If you know, in case, don't just buy it if you have a problem. Buy it and have it in the cupboard. Have it in the medicine cupboard. They're ready, because you just never know. And of course, sold out in February, due back again at 1 o'clock this afternoon. It's 15% of the stock on this already this morning. Huge stocks. We get lots and lots of this in, because we do know it's a popular product. And it's a product that we do a lot of testing, because obviously here at QVC, we have our quality control, and we need to know these products work before they come to air. It's very, very important. So we've done the testing for you. But here, of course, you've got something at £12.73 at an introductory price as well, so you can take advantage of that also. 230330 is your item number. It's Nit Nurse, simple as that. But of course, one question I haven't asked you is how long, how many people can this one pack treat approximately? It
obviously depends on the amount of hair, and but it spreads very, very easily. I would say about 3 treatments out of that.
Yeah. 3 treatments for one person, so there's plenty there. But of course, at this price is your chance, as I said before, to stock up. Make sure you have this in your cabinet, and you know that you've got a perfectly natural product that you're using on your child's skin. Particularly, going back to the beginning of the conversation, Paul, is about people who have a sensitive skin. Because if you start putting chemicals on and shampoos, because I mean, traditionally I use the word shampoo because that's traditionally what we rush out and buy is a shampoo of some description. I know now there are a lot of other products available, but if you read the back, it's a whole library of these chemicals. This is natural, isn't it? That's the whole point.
Absolutely natural, and the manufacturers of this particular product actually manufacture products for the salon industry. That, in fact, is my background. This is why I got this particular slot, because of my background in hair care. You have got a salon quality product here. The treatment, as I say, is using natural ingredients, and these are beneficial to the scalp. You raised a very good point there about the concern about any old product. One of the reasons why the whole issue, why the number of head lice is accelerating, is first of all they're becoming resistant to the traditional treatments of organophosphates, but also the medical profession are seeing a number of side effects with the overuse of such products, probably because they're not maybe not working as well as they were, and there's this preventative element. Here, because you've got a natural product, you can use the product as a preventative. But I must say, parents do need to talk to their friends, because
be honest.
If best friends get together and one parent is not treating one child, and the first child is treated, then you've still got that element and that risk. And that's why it tends to come in waves and cycles.
And be open about this. To say, if you are in a situation where maybe you go to a play group, and I know my wife takes my little boy to a play group and that sort of thing, and you mix it and you have this problem, let other people know just in case, and instead of this keep compounding the problem and passing on, keeping quiet and thinking I'm embarrassed, tell everyone about it. You know, be honest and be open. It's not a hygiene thing, as we've said before. And even recommend what you use. You said, well, I use Nit Nurse and it was superb. Of course, got rid of the problem and kept it at bay. And give them the item number 230330. Of course, it is Nit Nurse. Now, over a quarter of the stock has gone. It's now up to a third. Now, that shows you it's Lifestyle this morning. It's back at 1 o'clock. Sold out the last time it was here. But, of course, £14 the QVC price normally, the introductory price of £12.73. We do have a 2-minute queue on the phone, and that does mean that if you want to get through and you've got a membership number and a touch-tone telephone, use that Q-Cut number. It's available, it's quick, it's fast, and it makes sure that you reserve your product. 0800 52 42 32 is the number. Paul, thanks ever so much. 1 o'clock you're back. So, is it 1 o'clock?
Yes, it is.
It's
1 o'clock. Is there still any stock left?
If there's any stock left. Because this is the thing, it's nice to know that, isn't it, that people are taking this on board. The stock actually going means that people are actually taking it on board and approaching the problem. And hopefully we might be able to sort of get this sort of nailed, as it were, this flea thing. I don't think we'll ever will. However, at least you've got the products in the cabinet if you have a problem. Much obliged.
Dean,
always good to see you.
Yeah, same here.
We're going to continue with Lifestyle in a few moments, and for unusual sort of situation coming up very soon. 230330 is the item number for that. It's a Nit Nurse, of course. £12.73, the introductory price. Please give us a call if you'd like yours. Thanks very much to Paul. What I've got for you now, just to end Lifestyle for the last 10 minutes or so of Lifestyle this morning, some jewellery.